a corny name for my fan base, but they still love me cause I'm something that you can't hate. Plus I draw what these other dudes can't trace. Out of this world, you better off trying to scan space.
What's going on, guys? Switch up here, bringing you a brand new video, and today we have a huge leak regarding all the map changes that are going to be coming to Season 5 in Fortnite. Now, this leak is supposedly by a former Epic Games employee, so these leaks should be very accurate, and they also seem very, very legitimate based on what has happened in the game already, and they seem a little too in-depth to be just completely made up. So I'm going to go through and read this entire Reddit post for you guys. I'll throw it up on screen so you guys can read along. Fortnite Season 5 leaks. By now, everyone's heard of Internet Adam, an account leaking Fortnite's info, who claimed he had a friend who worked for Epic Games. I am that friend, and if you don't believe me, then read this and wait. Lonely Lodge will slowly disappear until the only thing left is trees in the tower. More dinosaur footprints will be scattered around Lonely, and plants will grow all over. It will be renamed Jurassic Jungle. The tower will have vines hanging from it, and what was once the lodge will soon be a cave with dinosaur eggs. A cave will also be found behind the small waterfall linked to the one with the eggs. Chests can be found by the cave, in the tower, or behind the waterfall. Oh, and there will also be dinosaurs. So as you guys can tell from that right there, Lonely Lodge is disappearing like I said in my previous video, so it will not be around in Season 5. It will actually be replaced by a huge prehistoric themed jungle with dinosaurs that are actually roaming around, because according to these leaks, Fortnite is planning on adding animals into the game. They're not interactable, they're just going to be roaming around the map and kind of doing their own thing, just to kind of add a little more scenery to the map, I'm assuming. But from what we have in this leak, it seems like there's going to be a whole lot of animals running around in the different points of interest. But moving on to the next part, the motel will disappear and become the Wild West location, and the motel will become a saloon. By the saloon, there will be a jail. The jail is a small room about the size of the old motel. The carriages, dead animals, and horses will be littered around the area, and the train rails with train and saloon will have chests and ammo boxes. Now, once again, we have another area of the map that's slowly being destroyed by those time portals that we're seeing pop up all over the map, because we just saw the one appear at the motel the other day and is starting to eat away at the motel sign. So that is just further proof that the motel will no longer be in Season 5, and it'll be replaced by a saloon or Western themed area, because we have seen different old Western themed items leaked in the game files of Fortnite for Battle Royale, so it's clear that this is most likely where we will see all of those items coming into play. And moving on to the next location, the large soccer field will become the Pyramids of Giza, and the lion statue that is at the pyramids will be the Sphinx. The pyramids are accessible through every side and the top. The Sphinx can only be accessed from its behind. Giant sand dunes will also be around the area. Chests and ammo boxes can be found in all areas I mentioned above. Once again, this confirms a lot of the leaks of the Egyptian-themed setting of one of the point of interests, so now we know that is most likely going to be up at the soccer field. I always assumed they would just make that like a Coliseum, because that really made the most sense. They could have added in like ancient Romans and stuff like that and made it a huge Coliseum, and they wouldn't have had to change it drastically like they're going to. But then again, I'm still really excited to see how this turns out. I'm still 100% down with it. I just figured they'd put the desert kind of down by Moisty, but that actually brings us right into the next location. Pirates Point will replace Moisty Mire. There will be pirate ships all on the sand in a pirate camp, filled with gold, skulls, cannons, and a cave you can enter and loot. The boats and cave will have chests. So as some of you guys may know, at the beginning of Season 4 and the end of Season 3, we actually had a leak regarding Season 5 from the same person that correctly leaked the theme for Season 4, and he said it was going to have to do with pirates. And here we go, we have pirates on the map down by Moisty Mire. So it is seeming more and more likely that this theory is actually going to be true, and we have another Epic employee that is correctly leaking all the information regarding Season 5. And moving on to the final location that will be changed, Lucky Landing will be removed due to it being a seasonally themed location. It will be replaced with Captive Castle, a castle with walls around it. The castle has an armory with swords and stables for horses. Chests and ammo boxes will be found around the area. This is actually the only location on the map that we haven't had a leak about, because we had the Wild West theme leaked in the game files of Fortnite with some of the assets for Battle Royale. We also had some stuff regarding the Egyptian theme location in the game files as well. And then we had the dinosaur footprint down over by Greasy Grove, which kind of helped tease that there's going to be a dinosaur themed location, and then obviously the pirate themed location, which has been leaked since the beginning of Season 4. And one thing I mentioned at the beginning of this video that I'm going to touch on a little more here, because it continues in the article talking about all the animals and stuff that are going to be all around the map. It says, animals will be added into the Battle Royale universe. All animals are just like decorations. They are blocking you from walking through them and can't be broken. A T-Rex will be standing at Jurassic Jungle, and a pterodactyl will fly around the tower. Horses will trot around the Wild West Saloon and can be seen tied to posts outside of the saloon and jail. Camels will roam around the pyramids and over the dunes. Parrots will fly around Pirates Point and land on the trees, boats, and caves. Haunted Hills will have bats flying around it. Fatal Fields and Anarchy Acres will hold cows and sheep in the barns and horses in the stables. Now, I'm not sure how I feel about them adding animals and things like that to the map. Now, as they said, it's decoration only, and they're not going to really interfere with you at all. Obviously, you can't walk through them and whatnot, but you won't be able to interact with them in any sort of way. So it probably won't be that big of a deal, but it could kind of get old. But then again, maybe it'll help spice up the game a little bit and make it more interesting. I'm honestly going to wait to judge that once Season 5 comes out. But it could also be really cool running around the map and seeing camels and horses and parrots and dinosaurs and things like that. So I'm really looking forward to it. Hopefully they do a good job with it, because what we've seen from them in the past shows they're clearly capable of knocking things out of the park. I mean, they've done an amazing job with the game so far. Obviously, certain things with the game they could probably change, but overall the game has been really, really good, and they've made some very good changes to it. Now, there's one more bit of information in this Reddit post, but I'm going to save that for another video that I'll probably upload tomorrow, maybe later today. It just depends. Let me know down below in the comments which of these points of interest you want to check out first. Which one do you think is the coolest? If you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to drop a like. If you're new to the channel, subscribe and turn on notifications. That way you don't miss any videos over the next couple of weeks as we get more and more leaks regarding Season 5 and as Season 5 comes out. But this has been Switch Up, switching off.